welcome back to Reading Homestuck, Hiveswap Friendsim. We got Mason and June here today.
Hello.
Hi.
Sadly, no Arthur. Man's busy.
Yeah, he stopped existing.
Well, he's busy not existing. It's a very difficult and time-consuming task.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Google,
yeah.
Find Arthur.
I think I might have to cut that one Google one, because I think we might be about 30 seconds into the video at that stage. Oh no, wait, with the pre-intro segment, we might be beyond the 30-second mark. We might scrape it. We might just scrape it. We might have scraped it. Woo!
Nice.
Me
so
win.
Guys, we did it.
Technicalities, baby!
Alright.
Guys, we did it. Volume 13.
Oh my god.
Fate,
Who is
Fortune and Fashion.
These are some interesting looking individuals.
Alright.
One of them has mutton chops. I think you know what voice we gotta do.
What voice do we gotta do, June?
Someone has to do that best impression.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'll take narration, I think.
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
I fancy take... Actually, let's just have a look. Who's done...
It was...
Actually, no. The last two episodes, Arthur voiced and June voiced. So I think... Mason, do you want to do the voice for this one, or I will take it, just to sort of even out? I don't know, or...
I don't think I can do Schlatt, so...
fuck it. Okay, actually, June, how's your Schlatt? Because I'm not very good with it. Because I can't really do a good.
I don't even know what J Schlatt sounds like.
I have the horrific curse of being British and therefore a lot less capable of making a remotely passable Schlatt impression.
Yeah, and I have the autism accent, so no one actually knows where I'm from.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me... Today's the day!
Okay, do you want to continue it?
I can do it.
At all? Okay, do you want to do that? And we'll put you on...
we'll see what the options are. We'll see what the options are first before we make a proper decision.
I don't think I think I'll still take narration, so...
Okay.
Okay, take narration. We'll see what happens.
Blah, 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 friendship, blah... Oh.
That's just it!
What the fuck? It's just like, even the narration has gotten so
Just like, yeah, this is volume 14. Yeah, let's get on with it.
Yeah,
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then we're done. Okay.
Oh, I like her.
Who are we going for today? We're going for Boulder Lamati or Stelsa Seziat today.
God, look at that buck tooth on Boulder.
Look at that big old singular tooth.
Oh my! See, that big teeth seems to be a more consistent trait now among all of us. I've noticed.
Okay, but who do we want to go for today?
Maybe Stelza?
We can go Stelsa, yeah. I've got no objection to either direction.
Nor do I.
All right, we've got one vote out of 3, and the other 2 have just gone. So Stelsa it is.
Wait, was I the vote or?
Yep.
You were the vote. Okay, so it turns out stealing a car was easily one of your better impulse decisions. You've gotten accustomed enough to its weird insides by now that the squishiness doesn't much faze you anymore. It still feels like the warm stomach of some giant creature, but you actually find it kind of comforting. You can just let yourself get enveloped by the seat while the autopilot does its thing. Getting ferried through the streets of Alternia with your feet up on the dash sure beats endlessly pounding the pavement. Sometimes you even throw Sarava's stream on your phone if you really want to get a chill vibe going.
So wait, hang on a second. We're we're driving a car, but we've also got our feet on the dash.
It's autopilot.
Autopilot.
I see. I must have just
assume
not
it's just
listened.
like self-driving. This is like a semi-organic techno-future type place, so
Damn.
makes sense.
Certain person can eat his heart out.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to randomly swerve to the left and kill an entire school of children.
Oh yeah, that'd be my favorite part.
As self-driving cars are wont to do. Or for it to simply decide it wants no brakes anymore. You're surprised that you haven't been caught yet, dastardly carjacker that you are. But maybe you're just a better thief than you've always thought. A possible career change to look into when, if, you ever get back to Earth.
Ah, yes, the career of thief.
Well, I mean, yeah, career criminals.
Career criminal.
That is a phrase, yeah.
That's a great thing to aspire to, MSPA reader.
Why do I feel like you're a little guy now?
I mean, have you seen the MSPA reader?
The MSPA reader is always
Of the MSPA reader's many qualities, they are just a little guy.
At best,
Right.
at best, the MSPA reader is equal levels of little guy to the person that they're talking to, and that only happens if it's a literal child.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
The downside is that it's a little difficult for you to further your goal of gathering even more friendship from inside of a vehicle. So you parked the scuttle buggy and exposed yourself to the menaces of the
I thought we were
outside
just gonna
world
hit a
once
guy.
Making friends at 60 miles per hour.
Me when I make friends.
Honestly,
high
given
speed
that we're dealing
friendships.
with a teal blood, I was expecting us to hit someone and it'd be like,
Oh, that would actually be kind of fun.
It's just
like we
the
meet our
inverse
first teal
of it's just
Yeah,
the
yeah,
inverse of
we're the
Tagora's
hit-
route.
We're the hitter and runner in this situation.
This is
now.
actually the a sort of like we travelled back in time and we hit ourselves.
Yeah. Kind of we sort of a time loop type shtick. The timeline now goes in a
you
big
created
loop.
a time paradox.
Quite
When
the
this
opposite,
baby hits-
actually. You've
When this
ensured
baby
the
hits
timeline
88 miles per hour,
continues.
you're gonna see some serious shit.
You're in what looks like some sort of residential neighbourhood. It isn't as nice as the blue blood neighbourhoods you've seen, but still nice enough for most of the apartment complexes to have imposing locked front gates and security drones. But of course, you can't take a leisurely stroll on Alternia without something terrible happening. You aren't out here for long before it starts raining. Shit, damn and fuck. You ditched the umbrella Torona had given you since it was as heavy as a goddamn club, and now you're super regretting it.
The umbrella we were given on the first bad ending.
Now, okay, with that one, I'm gonna sort of shut in the dark assume that she still gave it to us after the good ending, or after the other ending. Since, I mean, I don't see why she'd have chucked it away. Unless I'm wrong. I'm okay. When I'm updating the timeline, I'm gonna go back and double check that she didn't just put the umbrella somewhere on the later paths. And just leave it there. If that happened, I will have to assume this is like a timeline C. Because we've already got timeline B, so timeline C. Unless Tirana could take place on timeline C. I'd have to figure that out.
Let's not worry too much about timelines.
Timelines I can worry about after the recording. After the episode. Running for shelter is all you can do. So you make a mad dash for one of the building awnings, huddling uncomfortably underneath it. The rain doesn't let up. You'll have to move soon. The security drones are beginning to look like they're planning on taking a few shots at you for loitering. You need to make a decision, and fast. Ah, classic. A classic move. A choice not about friendship, but about just braving the fucking elements.
Me when I break an enter.
Yeah, do we wanna run back or do we wanna try and get in?
Quick, get back into the scuttle buggy.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here anymore.
I don't wanna even fucking be here, man.
Get in, loser.
It's parked a ways away down the street, but if you run fast enough, you might be able to make it. You abandon the security of the metal awning, launching yourself back into the minor apocalypse that is regular Alternian weather.
Can't fly in rain. Can't fly in rain.
You should have been able to guess how this was going to go. The raindrops are too dense for you to successfully dodge them all, and your delicate human body isn't built to withstand nuclear-ass rain. You probably would have had better luck with the security drones.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I thought he was just going to be lying on the floor full of holes, but no, skeleton.
Nope.
I think that might have been a bit more horrifying what you just described, Mason.
I was thinking of like Urban Gorilla from JoJolian.
Oh, right. Okay.
Like that type beat, but no skeleton.
Nope, skeleton. Just full dead.
Skeleton.
Well, that didn't work.
I like to imagine MSPA Reader just like stepped out into the rain and then there was just like a Lego death sound effect.
Yeah. Lego Yoda death scream.
Yeah.
Oh, that should sound like my impression of Jennifer Coolidge.
Alright, let's try and get in.
Yeah, probably good.
There's no way you're getting into any of these without a passcode. But wait, you think you see someone coming your way? Perhaps they'll be your knight in shining armor.
Wait a second, I just realized some Jennifer Coolidge voice.
Oh.
We want to go with that? We want to go with Jennifer Coolidge for stealth?
I can do Jennifer Coolidge.
Okay. I'm just literally, I'm not saying, I want to be clear that I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm asking you whether you want me to put it in reserve for a different character or use it now.
I can use it now. This might actually be funny.
Alright,
She's kind of giving Jennifer Coolidge vibes anyway, and by that I mean lesbian.
Alright, baby. Well, before we get to the Jennifer Coolidge, let me just click back into the game so it'll actually tab
she's got
out
UI.
properly. Yes. Her sign is Lyson. Sign of the worshipper. Teal, Dust, and Blood.
That's interesting.
And now, I think I know the answer to the question, but just for the audience's benefit, why would you say that's interesting, June?
Well, you know, we happen to have met another teal blood.
Yes, we have.
Gamers. I have a theory.
Is it a game theory? By any chance, would you call it a game theory?
One might call it a game theory.
Okay. June, Coolidge at will.
So what you're telling me is that my appointment is cancelled.
You're still some distance away, but she's looking right at you. You point at yourself questioningly, thinking she might be talking to you, but then you realise she's wearing a Bluetooth headset.
Fucking Jeremy.
Fucking Jeremy! Or Jeremy, or whatever the fuck.
Jeremy. Oh my god, it's a jar guy from Elden Ring.
Ha!
Jeremy used to be so on the ball. Remember the time he gave me a full prong beautifying procedure right after that high blood ripped his arm off? This is actually perfect.
Jeremy has been through some shit, apparently. Okay.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
I kind of want to meet Jeremy at some stage.
Are we gonna meet? Are we gonna meet
like,
Jeremy?
I don't like. Unless he's dead. I assume dead. Dead. Yeah.
But now he can't bounce back from one little thresher in the abdominal sausages. What happened? That boy is losing his touch. This voice is perfect.
I think that makes three characters that we haven't met yet that we want to meet.
I want to meet Jeremy.
I mean, I don't think we can. I think he's full dead.
The poor girl in Zebra's route. The other helper in Malik's route, and now Jeremy.
Yeah.
Free my boy Jeremy.
Free my
Justice
boy
for Jeremy.
From the fucking clutches of the Grim Reaper.
Hashtag justice for Jeremy.
Get that hashtag trending.
Looks like she's coming back from a jog, if the running shorts are anything to go by. If she's at all bothered by the acid glancing off her skin and sending dozens of little firecracker sparks in their wake, she isn't showing it. She seems much more preoccupied by that harried conversation she's having on the phone. Most importantly, she's power walking to the entrance of this building, which must mean she lives here. This is your chance. You shuffle along under the awning, pressing yourself close to the side of the building, bug-like. You sort of wish she'd encountered you earlier now, when you were dodging rain like a rad action hero. Now you just look sort of cowardly and pathetic. Especially compared to her.
Reader. When don't you do that?
Yeah, that's every day, MSPA reader.
That's your life, bro.
Have you ever tried being good for once in your pitiful life?
Have you ever once attempted to... no, wait, no, yeah. Let's give him credit where credit's due.
Why don't you stick some iron in your mouth and pull the trigger?
Yeah, especially
let's be honest, we all
to
saw
her.
that coming.
Yes, we did. She's standing... It didn't make it any less funny, though. She's striding along like absolutely nothing is gonna get in the way of whatever business she's got going on, let alone a few paltry explosions. Actually, she's so focused on her call that she doesn't notice you until you're standing right next to her.
Such an inconvenience. You can fully expect that I will be taking my business elsewhere from now on. Oh my, what do we have here?
Okay, so we got all caps.
No punctuation.
No punctuation.
Oh my, what do we have here? I think Jennifer Coolidge is perfect for this.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh yeah, I think this is one of the ones where we fully hit the nail on the head first try.
Well done me. Once again, I get the dub.
She transitions from hanging up the call to talking to you so quickly that it makes your head spin.
Take this down. Strange little hornless creature parked in front of home, very puny and scared looking. Can only be the alien everyone's been talking about. Such an opportunity can't go to waste now, can it?
You're confused again, looking around to see who she might be talking to, but there's no one else here. Maybe she's dictating notes to her phone?
The voices.
Look at you. We can't have you wandering around outside like this, darling, can we? I'm having way too much fun doing this.
I mean, I don't blame you.
This is a good one. We're on a roll here. We're on a good one.
Oh, aren't you ravishing? Do give me the name of your stylist. So good to meet you. Here's my card.
Is our stylist technically Malik because we're wearing one of Malik's hoodies?
I guess so. Yeah, I
so.
guess Malik would be the stylist in this situation. Imagine every
Friendsgiving
fucking
stuff.
volume from now on, Malik just pops in. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Moist Critical, back with another slop video. I show up just about as much as Critical's upload schedule. That is to say, all the fucking time. Anyway.
The name Stelzia says yet. Auditor in training for the Alternian Empire. Nice to meet you. Let's walk and talk.
Okay, we got a new funny Alternian word. Auditerrorizer. Haha, funny, I've taken a normal job name and then I have just made it violence.
Me when I made violence.
Oh, yeah, that was absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
The timeline, it's a canon event.
But you wearing my hoodie is a canon event.
Yeah, you wearing my fucking hoodie as a canon event. So you seeing my fucking nipples as a canon event, motherfucker. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's also true.
You didn't realize that borrowed hoodie was an impressive look, but okay. She produces a business card with one hand and inputs some numbers into a panel with the other. You take the card.
Like, literally everything else that we've worn, the outfit that Sarava put together, the dress that we got from Chixie, even the fucking bathrobe from Tagora is more of a look than a hoodie.
A more of a look than a hoodie, and as far as I can tell, nothing else.
I don't know. I don't know, Mason. I have a hoodie behind me right now that is a fucking statement.
I mean, I'm
Yes,
sure it
but
is
this
June, but I'm
this
saying
is a
the average
black
hoodie.
with a blue sign on it and no other clothing.
Like, I don't claim to be a fashion
I'm
expert, but I'm
pretty
just using my untrained eye here.
Okay, that is
mine
that
has
is
Tyler the
certainly
Creator
a
on it,
look.
so, like,
Okay, that
it's
is
different.
certainly now that I describe it in full. Hoodie and nothing else is certainly a look. I wouldn't call it impressive, but it's certainly.
Oh look.
It's I guess. You've done
look at
literally something. I would look in the direction of that and then probably question it. It's just like I would just look straight up.
One way or another, you get a double take.
Where your clothes at?
Where your clothes at?
Where did you put your fucking pants?
Where your clothes at?
Every time she speaks, I just like the entirety of Make Some Noise just goes through my head, like the whole show, the whole thing, all of it, plus all of the Noise Boys episodes from Game Changer. Anyway, it's a struggle to
Have you read that
process
line?
what she. I am about to. I was just doing it.
It's a struggle to process the Jennifer Coolidge voice.
It's a struggle to process what she's saying, respond to her questions, and introduce yourself, all while experiencing the verbal equivalent of getting hit by a truck. How is it possible to talk so fast without taking a breath? You barely get a word in edgewise.
Oh, what I'm hearing is I need to speak faster. Understood.
Accelerate.
It's not just Jennifer Coolidge, it's sped up Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah,
It's Jennifer. It's Jennifer warming up Lidge.
It's Jennifer mildly temperatage. Stelsa continues chattering away as she steps inside and waves you to follow her into the apartment building's elevator. You do.
So tell me, do you run any business on your planet? If you do, I'd be more than happy to offer my services. They're very efficient and affordable, I can assure you. All your legal and financial documents will be checked over in no time. I'll make sure everything's running in tip-top shape. I'm so happy to have run into you. Ever since Zizi told me you. I've been asking her to introduce me.
June, I think your game theory has been proven
think-
correct.
We got it, baby! We got it, baby!
Unless she's talking about the troll equivalent of ZZ Top.
Yeah, actually, we
No,
mentioned
no,
ZZ Top.
actually,
It's
trolls
the
don't
hidden
call...
episode.
Yeah, actually, no, we got ZZ, but that's actually not a name. It's just a troll equivalent for Zaza. She was talking about just the weed. She was just talking about, like, finding out you...
The voices she heard when she smoked weed
While...
told her about the hornless alien.
Yeah.
Voices on my last trip.
Alternian weed actually allows you
Voices
to
on my
commune with the
last
spirits
trip.
of the fucking
Goes
dead.
so fucking hard.
Alternian weed lets you commune with the spirits of the damned.
I like how, you know, we're doing this whole Jennifer Coolidge
Also,
thing, and I'm interjecting with this, what? Hang on a second,
The voice
what?
of the damned. So I said, oh, Amicia.
Well, yeah. I like how I'm just interjecting with this headcanon that she's just got voices going on.
That she just has, like, mental illness. I mean, it would definitely
It's
go
so
untreated. It's Alternia.
Yeah.
It's so very important for a professional to continue growing her network, especially intergalactically. Don't you agree?
She's still busying herself with her phone while talking to you. Texting on its tiny keyboard. Texting on its tiny keyboard now. The name ZZ doesn't ring any bells. You
God damn
flip
it.
through the Rolodex in your brain, trying to remember. You really made so many friends that you're beginning to forget their names. You're a little impressed with yourself.
That...
Feels like only yesterday that you were crawling around in the basement of a murderess and getting stabbed in the shin with a screwdriver. Just a single friend to your name. Good times. Good times. Okay, so that is...
mentioned.
Okay. Our data mention and a little confirmation for the timeline. Diamond takes place before our data. Come so far since then. It brings a single sentimental tear to your eye. Wait, Stelsa's own name finally starts to register. You've heard it before. This is Tisius' mate Sprit, so she must be talking about Tisius.
And there we go.
And there it is, baby! I love how end of last episode we were like, man, I really can't wait to meet Tisius' mate.
Yeah, funny that.
Strange how that happened.
Funny
Okay,
that.
Strange, isn't it?
June, at the end of Boulder's episode, because obviously at the end of this episode, the next one will be Boulder. But at the end of Boulder's episode, I want you to just try raw manifest something and see what happens.
Yeah. Okay.
Just speak a character into existence and we'll see how accurate your prediction ends up being.
I doubt I'll be able to make lightning strike twice. But we'll see.
If anyone could do it, I believe it would be you, June.
Hey, June.
Murderesses, stabbing, very fascinating stuff, I'm sure. Yes, I'm referring to my darling Tisius, of course.
You're at the door to a hive. She unlocks it, letting you both in.
Now, if you were to look at that those two sentences a little more objectively,
Sorry, is that a fucking grub version of the Hang In There poster?
One, yes. Two, I love how the MSPA reader has just gotten to the point where I don't think anything
What
was
the
said
fuck
about...
the Fireflower doing there?
yeah, there is a fire flower. Hang on a second.
Why is there a fire flower here? Sorry, I'm trying to say something, and just like the shit that Stelsa just has here is just like drawing the attention.
Sorry,
understandably, very understandably, why is there a fire flower? Just
I'm surprised I didn't clock that.
Is that Tisius' hoodie?
Probably.
Right next to the Fireflower?
yeah, I think that might be some of Tisius' discarded clothes potentially. Yes.
I'm sorry, my perception is like God,
what I was gonna say was the combination of yes, stabbing murderess is very interesting, and of course I was talking about my darling Tisius. If you look at that out of context, it seems like she's calling Tisius a stabbing murderess.
Oh yes, I
mean,
love
she is
stabbing
going
murderesses.
into the.
They really gets me going.
I mean, she is in the. Not just lacerated, but that is kind of part of the job description.
Okay, now what were you going to say, Alex?
I was gonna say, I love how the MSPA. I don't think the MSPA reader. I don't think there were anything in the narration that said that you say anything about this out loud. So I love how MSPA reader has apparently just like.
Just full Deku murmuring.
Just no, gotten so used to Alternia that having their mind read is just like, yeah.
Or maybe it's just the voices in Stelz's head sound suspiciously like the MSPA reader.
Mumbling like Ryunosuke Naruhodo does with his like internal thoughts.
Yeah, just like it's either MSPA reader is just constantly muttering these sort of thoughts to themselves, or Stelsa has like a full like accidental psychic link with the MSPA reader somehow.
Hey, the voices in my head sound suspiciously like you now.
Man, it's really
what
annoying.
What are you doing
like,
there, little guy?
This is like, actually, I kind of
want
lost. This is just kind of annoying. I don't know. Not very good with the Jennifer Coolidge. Anyway.
Nor I.
That's why I'm doing the voice, baby.
That's why you're doing the voice, baby. Anyway. Speaking of,
line. Come in. Welcome to Shazazy. Says. I like
not the easiest
name.
That
just hadn't appeared in my brain, so I just didn't.
Yeah, you.
Where you at?
What it says, and then there was just like static for the next.
Make yourself at home. Can I get you anything? Water, grub cake, my rate sheet. I would love to continue our chat while I'm a little less sweaty. Also, acid wreaks absolute havoc on the skin. You know how it is. I'll just jump into the ablution trap for a minute. Please excuse me. Won't be long. Back in 2 shakes of a quack beast's gastric evacuation pillow.
Is that a Pulp Fiction reference? No, that was 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Never mind.
It might still be a Pulp Fiction reference.
Possibly still.
Actually, you wouldn't know how it is, considering that a bucket load of acid falling on you would leave you either very injured or very dead, as she's already gone.
Just like have like the last game over just like appear on screen like
yeah.
for a brief second with like a stinger.
Yeah, and the stinger is of course the classic Vine Boom sound.
Vine Boom sound. Yeah.
I mean, it's the only thing you can use in that situation.
It's the only sound.
It's the only sound
that's ever existed.
Fun
it's
fact.
the only sound you can use.
Fun fact, all of our voices are actually just the Vine Boom sound effect sped up massively and put to like slightly different pitches. I do a lot of work to make this
We're not
shit
actually
work.
real people.
Yeah, we're actually just...
We're all actual AIs.
Wait, it's all Vine Boom? Always has been.
We're all just an agglomeration of fucking Vine Boom sound effects. Jesus Christ. Anyway, you're
just imagining the thumbnail now. Stelza Ceziat, Vine Boom SFX. That's a good fallback in case nothing else particularly good happens.
That's a decent fallback.
I've been doing that a lot recently, suggesting thumbnails for you.
Hey, I mean, it makes my job easier. It makes the job easier.
I just realized it's the first day of June.
Yes, it is. Happy June. For us, at least. When this comes out,
it'll
be.
How ironic that I'm doing this.
Yes.
I'm doing a fucking Jennifer Coolidge voice on
But also,
Pride Month.
I was about to say, also, isn't it funny that we see the other part of Tisius's Mates for It ship? First day of the month. Of the month. First day of the month.
Oh my god, it's the month.
It's the month! It's the month, baby!
Anyway.
Can't wait for next time for Arthur to just sandblast things for jokes.
We've kind of dragged today.
We have
mostly
been
because of me.
shitposting a bit too much. Anyway. You're a little relieved. Not that Stelsa isn't friendly, she's plenty friendly, she just approaches friendship in a way that makes you feel a little like a line on her to-do list that she's in a hurry to check off. Or, well, she seems like she wants you as some sort of work contact, not a friend. But that's okay, you've worn many hats in the pursuit of friendship. Clown cultist, impromptu shush papa, murder accomplice, business associate is one of the tamer ones on the list. Now that you no longer have to keep up with her mile-a-minute conversation, you can take a proper look around her hive. You're not sure what's more perturbing. The sheer amount of pink that's accosting your eyeballs, or the fact that everything is so painstakingly organised that it's making you a little uncomfortable. It's like you merely standing here is disrupting the careful order of the room. Her shelves are crammed full of books, all neatly arranged according to topic, with each topic displayed on a little label on each shelf. She also has a lot of posters featuring motivational slogans underneath striking nature photography. The only normal-looking spot in the hive is a coffee table with a mishmash of personal belongings piled on top of it. Books, papers, a jacket. I think that might be a mug. None of those items strike you as being particularly Stelsa's style. The overall effect is that of a very pink, very neat office cubicle. You almost feel like you should start chugging mediocre coffee and complaining about how much you hate Mondays.
Just like Garfield.
Yeah, I really get that. I really get that, you know.
Always chugging that coffee.
Jasper's right!
What's up, guys? I'm back. I'm returning, and now I'm leaving. Bye.
What a serendipitous cameo.
Incredible.
So sorry to have kept you waiting. Kept you waiting, huh?
Damn, you just missed Jasper Sprite. For real, for real.
Oh, that's such a shame. I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
That sucks to be you, then. Anyway, Stelsa re-emerges, her hair wrapped in a towel.
Well, it's been a blast getting to know you. We should get lunch sometime. Keep the conversation going. I'll pencil you in, darling. But for now, I have a bit of a dilemma to deal with.
That sounds worryingly like a dismissal. You sneak a glance at the schedule on her bulletin board. It's a blaze of colour with barely any free slots. You don't want to be penciled in. You have no idea when she might be available next, and maybe you need her sweet, sweet friendship now. Maybe whatever problem she has is something you could help with.
Unless you're a ludicrously talented beautician, I think not. My usual place bumped me off their list, and right before a very important meeting, too. A girl has to look her best for these things, to really knock their socks off. If I want to make arrangements at another salon, I have to move fast, no time to waste.
Why not use the extra time to do more prep for the meeting, or who needs a beautician when you're around?
See, on the
tells me the top one is the bad ending.
Yeah, on the
Like,
yeah,
no,
well, that's the thing. On the one hand, I feel like implying that she needs more prep time for the meeting. Like, I feel like she probably is already prepped for the meeting. She'll be like, "Oh, you don't think I'm ready?" But on the other hand, that is one.
This gun I found on my table. Wow. Oh wow, you're dead.
No, you imply that she's not prepped for the meeting, and Tizzy just comes in and throws a mug at your head and you die.
Tizzius just takes the sword from the bad ending that killed fucking
Hey,
last
some dumbass
character's
left
name I've
this
forgotten.
hanging in their office at work.
And then just throws it at us.
Hey, some dumbass fucking left this hanging in their office at work. Oh, you were insulting my girlfriend? Okay, so which one are we going for?
Extra time?
Yeah, we'll go for that one.
I'd like to see the good ending last.
Aye.
That is an excellent idea.
Well,
I think there is a chance
Well,
we
I
might
think we
not be
did it
seeing
wrong
the good
again.
ending last. Oh well.
I visited this potential client's establishment a wipe ago, but it was a quick one. I could do well to cast my gander bulbs around the place properly.
a wipe ago.
Now I have no idea with Alternia, I have no idea if that's a typo or a brand new piece of terminology they're using right this exact second and never before.
I think it might be terminology because they have sweeps and like a wipe, a sweep, you know, kind of similar sort of ballpark.
Off a sweep.
I guess, maybe. It is also P is right near L on the keyboard, so typo is exactly
But then
as
also
likely.
missing the H.
It's pretty much in the bag, but this meeting is the clincher and there's no way I can flub it.
She seems to like using words, so I reckon it's probably terminology.
No.
Whatever.
Hold on. She's goated?
Hold on, she's goated?
Hold on, her writing's this good?
Hold on, is this peak? This is peak?
Having Ramel Namak as a client would be too good of a cook please plume in my pen lid for me to chuck the opportunity in the load gaper.
The sheer amount of Alternian terminology is making it quite difficult to pass this, I'll be honest.
I think that's the point.
I think that's the entire point.
Ramel? You totally know her! How about that?
Yes, I would hope you did, darling. She's only been splashed all over the papers lately with that stun of hers. Buying out her competitor like that, I've never heard the likes of it before.
Oh, so not the art theft.
Or the murder.
Or the violent murder. Although, that's Timeline B work. Potentially. No, yeah, definitely. Anyway. She's flitting around her hive as she speaks, nipping into what you assume is her bedroom to blow her hair dry before shuffling some papers into a handbag. You tell her as best you can, feeling a bit like a pet cat underfoot who's threatening to trip her at every turn.
Maintaining a career as a successful yet relatively avant-garde artist is very different to assuming ownership of and managing a museum, yet she's made it work.
Oh my god, no, she's stealing all of the art by just buying the fucking museum and thus owning all the art.
Oh my god.
God damn it, Ramel.
Oh, Ramel.
And I mean that in the most affectionate way possible, God.
So Ramel is our friend.
Well, at least the MSPA reader is saying this. I do not trust the MSPA reader. I do not trust the MSPA reader's words on anything that has or has not happened, because the MSPA reader's words is usually fucking impossible. But this could be a continuation of Timeline B. Whoa, sounds like Ramel has been busy since the last time you saw her. You clarify that Ramel is a friend of yours, actually. Dulce stops in her tracks.
Really? Why didn't you say so in the first place? You should come with me. Getting the 411 on Ramel from a friend of hers could really give me a frond up. What do you say?
You're not sure there's much you can tell Stelsa about Ramel. You're pretty sure Ramel doesn't want an auditor in training, or, well, anyone really, knowing that she's an art thief. But why not? there has to be some stray info about Ramel knocking around in the old noggin that might come in useful.
Marvelous. Come on, you can tell me on the way.
She takes your hand and pulls you out the door. You offer Stelsa a ride in your totally not stolen scuttle buggy. It's still raining, but she shields you both with an umbrella that's almost as big as you are as you walk to where it's parked. You get in, put some tunes on for the road, and head off. The cracked ass windshield.
Sorry, I hit a villager recently. You might have seen it in
no,
the
this
hit
is our
film.
car. We hit a villager. We hit some motherfucker with the car. Actually, that might be from Zebedee's route. That might be from that one guy on Zebedee's route. I don't remember if.
Alright, listen, Starlight Express. I'm going to give you a 9.8 for execution, 0.0 for choice of client. I'm a lawyer. You think that cracked windshield says paycheck?
Once you're on your way, you admit to Stelsa that most of your and Ramel's conversations just involve her bouncing ideas off of you for her webcomic, but you're still happy to answer any questions she might have about Ramel's overall deal. You're expecting her to be disappointed, but her eyes practically light up.
What a privilege. To be completely truthful, I'm quite the fan. I've been following her webcomic for a while.
She admits this kind of sheepishly. Does she think that liking comics is embarrassing?
Of course not. Okay, maybe a little. It seems irresponsible to spend time on something as flippant as a comic on the internet when I have so much other business to attend to. Lots of irons in the fire. I really like this chick. I really like this chick, you know what I mean?
Stelsa just says irons in the fire, and then Vriska just sort of like materializes in the backseat like the fucking Cheshire Cat.
You know, of teal bloods I've met, you're probably the best, actually.
No, it's like Johnny Silverhand. Vriska is just a soul-killing
It's
ship.
just the Johnny Okay, it's specifically Vriska,
Johnny Spiderhand.
Yeah. Oh my god. No, it's perfect. Also, Johnny, valid troll first name. But also, yeah, no, it's specifically like robot arm Vriska, like pre-god tiering.
With the eye patch, yes.
Yeah, with the eye patch and of course the silver hand.
Sorry, the Vriska can't just like came out of me.
If I need your buddy, I'll fucking.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
You're...
I know what we're doing for the next April Fools.
You are. Oh, yep. Absolutely.
Tell
me
over here. Achievements don't achieve themselves, you know.
Maybe, but hobbies and downtime are important too. Never feel more rested than after you've let yourself do absolutely nothing but enjoy a good comic.
What?
She looks at you blankly.
Rest, what is that?
She's giving the autism stuff.
You know, rest.
Oh my god.
Oh, I always make sure to get enough recuperation every day. No concerns there, to be sure. Don't question these eye bags.
What you're talking about is a bit different from getting enough sleep, but you try a different tack. Why is she taking this job with Ramel anyway? Isn't she busy enough with her training?
Well, sure, I have that internship with the alternative government as well, but there can never be enough experience under one spell.
You're beginning to see what the problem is. You get the feeling that Stelsa might be a bit of a workaholic. Just vaguely. Has she ever considered... You're so involved in trying to convince Stelsa of the merits of getting her chill on that you didn't realise there's anything wrong. Not until Stelsa lets out a screech that almost bursts your eardrums.
Fiddlesticks, we can't go this way. There's roadwork happening here.
Roadwork ahead?
Yeah.
Yeah, I sure hope it does.
The Scuttlebucky must be operating it with an outdated map.
Coming up on your right, nothing.
Switch it to manual and turn us around quick.
The roadwork Stelsa is referring to is a bridge. It's a bridge with a "Do Not Enter" sign hastily put up. Beyond the sign, the bridge is peppered with enormous holes. Some look big enough for the entire car to fall through easily.
What are you waiting for? Hurry!
Well, there's one small problem.
Stelsa, I'm a little stupid, I'm a little dumb.
Stelsa, I'm a little stupid, I can't drive.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You should let me take over. I know.
Briscoe grabs the wheel, turns hard left, we immediately crash into a building.
I'll have you know I'm forklift certified.
That means I can shoot Tavros with a gun, and the police will be like, hey, that's cool.
Oh, fudge nuggets.
Wow, what's your language, Stelsa?
God damn, holy shit, we're on YouTube.
Shut the fuck up.
There we go.
I thought the route was just going to end right there.
Yeah, that would have been pretty funny. Stelsa presses a few buttons, switching the controls to manual. You grab the wheel, turning it wildly, your only goal to make sure that you don't drive onto the death bridge. You probably should have paid attention to the steep slope curving away from the road.
Stelsa and Louise.
You both yell as the Scuttlebucky nooms downward at full tilt. Miraculously, it doesn't tip, but it does slam into a power line, sending the two of you lurching forward.
I like that verb, neumes. And what is that hood ornament? Well, it's not a hood ornament, a dashboard ornament, rather.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a little
Troll.
This little guy.
Troll. I mean, yeah. Okay, no. I had my mouse over the sort of like stain on it, so I was like, oh, like troll fucking baseball or whatever, and then I was like, no, that's... Yeah, it's olive blood inside of the car. Part of me is assuming that the blood is part of the ornament as well, so troll beat man to death guy. If it wasn't for the unnerving lung-like airbags that inflate in front of you, you would have shot out the front windshield. Anxiously, you ask if Stelsa is okay.
Oh, her has
gotten messed up
is
a
that
bit.
different?
Oh no. I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it just got messed up in the crash.
I don't remember it obstructing a horn.
It looks a bit like Tizius's now.
Stelsa doesn't seem too concerned about whether she's injured or not. She's making a futile attempt to push the airbags out of the way so she can get out the car.
You cannot burn me, I do not have time to combust.
There's no way we'll make it to my meeting on time now. And I look an absolute mess.
She's right. Her hair, which was all gentle, soft tufts before, is sticking up in all directions, and her glasses have smashed in the collision.
Why did I think this was a good idea? I should have just walked. Thanks for nothing.
The car might have survived the crash, but if Stelsa's cranky expression is anything to go by, your budding friendship with her wasn't as lucky.
Why does she look like green Kanaya. Not like teal.
Blue Kanaya. Yeah, teal Kanaya.
Yeah, Kanaya was already green.
Kanaya is green.
Kanaya.
Green Luigi.
Man, I love Red Mario.
I guess technically we never. Well,
I guess I was right. This was the bad.
Yeah. This was the bad ending.
Hooray!
Ramel didn't bounce ideas off of us in the actual route itself, did she?
I'm kind of. I'm assuming.
I think then that would make this post friendship ending then, because I can't imagine why she would do that if we weren't friends.
Which means that this is happening on timeline B. I think this is the first time we've ever had an entire whole series of routes that is exclusively on timeline B. That's interesting. Gotta update the sheet. Anyway. Who needs a beautician when you're around? You have absolutely no professional beauty experience. But Sarava did give you that crash course in crafting great looks.
Oh, I thought that was like a weird sort of compliment. Like, oh, you don't need a beautician, you already look fabulous. Not the, oh no, I can do it.
It was very much the who's the you in the situation.
Oh god.
It was us. Oh dear.
I should have... If I'd realised that was the case, I would have been like, oh, that's the bad ending. But apparently, no, this is going to be the good ending.
You never assume good of the MSPA reader. Always assume that their plans are dumb as hell.
And will fail.
Brick stupid. Stelsa is probably after a vibe that's a little less moisture wave, but you're sure you can whip something up. You tell her that you'll help her get ready instead, right here in her hive.
Oh, how nice of you. I've never had a house call before. Let's do this.
What the fuck is that? Is that a Recoup Raccoon?
That's a Recoup Raccoon.
It's more vertical than I expected.
Yeah, I do love the ladder, the steps to get it. Yeah, no, that's what they are. Well, no, some of them are horizontal. I think Carcats was a horizontal model.
Was it?
I thought they were supposed to be kind of like a bathtub.
Yeah, that's what Carcats was.
Yeah, so this is more vertical than any bathtub I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think Carcats was bathtub kind of horizontal. Or one of them was. It was either Carcats or...
Yeah.
Yeah, Skylar's was horizontal.
And I remember at some point, I think it was in Sarava's route actually that we saw Sarava's...
But yeah, some of them are more vertical, yeah. Some of them are
fair enough, whatever. It just wasn't... looks funky.
Minor thing for writing Homestuck, I've made August's vertical model. Because that got put into the sprite, so I had to draw it. So I decided, fuck it, it's a vertical model. And it looks like a poop emoji. Anyway, she leads you into the next room, rubbing her hair dry as she goes. There's a Recoup Raccoon in one corner, and a vanity in the other, with an array of poofs, brushes, and other mysterious implements spread out on its surface. Some of them are disturbingly pointed.
Are you gonna pull out your eyes? Yes, son. Girls pull out their eyes to look beautiful. That's so sick. Girls are so weird.
Oh, well, you're sure you'll be able to figure out what they're all for once you start using them. Improv, baby, improv.
With someone's face.
Stelsa takes a seat in the chair in front of the vanity, folding her hands primly in her lap.
So, darling, what do you think we should do? What should we do first? God, what is it with tears?
Thank you, no punctuation.
The ones with no punctuation are always the worst to pass, because it's just like, where does the sentence end?
It's all up to you.
Not this again. Why are you always making all the decisions around here? What you wouldn't give to be able to foist your own life choices off on random people you've just met. It'd be refreshing. Alright.
Let's polish.
We got another 3 decisions. We polishing the horns?
Yeah.
You pick up a velvety piece of cloth, bringing it up to Stealth's head. There's only one thing this can be for, right?
Wait, what are you going to do with that?
Polish her horns to an impressive sheen, of course. They'll be positively gleaming by the time you're done with them. She grabs your wrist with one hand before you can do so. She's deceptively strong, holding you in such an ironclad grip that you can't move your arm at all. You've been low-key admiring her toned arms earlier, but now you know for sure that the rack of hot pink dumbbells in the living room aren't just for show. Instead of looking pleased with what you propose to do, she looks uneasy, possibly even a little embarrassed.
Polish my...
You barely get a glimpse of her discomforted expression before she's gracing you with another friendly smile, albeit a strained one.
You know, I think I'm having second thoughts. It's reasonable to expect that an alien like you wouldn't know the first thing about troll grooming habits. My mistake, I should have accounted for such cultural differences. But it's quite alright, I shall figure something else out.
Is it just you, or is there a pointed pause before cultural differences? She's getting up again. Wait, what's happening? You thought the two of you were going to bond over a sweet makeover session, but she's pushing you back into the main area of her hive, pretty forcefully too.
Thank you for offering your help, dear. So very kind of you, but I'll manage. Great to meet you. Just wonderful. Call me. Take care. Have a nice life. Doodles. Goodbye.
She shoots you another lovely yet very clearly fake smile and shoves you out the door. You'll be able to wait out in the rain just fine in this hallway. But being sprawled on your ass on Stealth's welcome mat all by your lonesome just isn't the same as hanging with a new friend.
Oh, game over, man. Game over. Okay, so Troll's particular about the horns. Okay.
Yeah, I think horns very much... I'm assuming horn contact is very much just like a odd thing to just like suggest out of the blue then.
Yeah. I guess we really are seeing the good ending last.
Hell yes. Hair time. The first order of business should be drying Stealth's hair. You pick up a funnel-shaped doohickey that looks like it might be a hairdryer, fumbling around for a button. There isn't one, but you manage to turn it on by giving it a good squeeze. The mouth of the funnel opens wide, emitting a hot blast of air along with a hoarse animal yell. You think you might actually see teeth inside. Just don't think about it too much. It's the best you can do when it comes to literally any Altonian gadget. Thankfully, the noise soon fades to a low hum.
Here, use this.
It also passes you a piece of thorny bramble. Looks painful, but when you begin brushing Stealth's hair, she sighs happily.
Interesting being in this position for once. When Tizzy's is over, I'm usually the one doing this.
I would like to see what Tizzius looks like in a being put together for the 0.5 seconds it is the case, I assume. I assume, like, Salsa just finishes, and then Tisius just looks in the mirror, sips her coffee, and immediately just returns to default. Instantaneously.
It's literally just, like... And it plays that one sound effect where it's just like... Bow, wow, 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 that one.
Yeah.
I don't know what the sound effect's called, but it's, like, kind of a bit burst.
Yeah, you try to imagine Tisius letting someone give her a sweet do, even if it's her girlfriend in question. You have a hard time picturing it. She also laughs. She has a surprisingly pretty musical laugh.
No. My darling Zizi isn't one for involved beauty rituals. She usually doesn't let me do more than just brush it, but it's still relaxing.
Sliding the brush through Stelza's hair is pretty relaxing. You allow yourself to zen out for a moment before shaking yourself out of it, casting around for something to talk about. That's what good hairdressers do, right? Strike up casual conversation.
Just imagining the hairdresser robot from WALL-E. I see. Oh, I know, honey, I know.
Your eyes fall on an open book sitting on the table. It's the only object there that doesn't have anything to do with hair care or beauty, so it stands out like a sore thumb. Just like the items on the coffee table, it's strewn too haphazardly to look like it belongs to Stelsa. You think you see some of the tabs Tisius was using on the notes for a group project. And if you look even closer, you think you can catch the words revolt and history in the page header. Right, as Tisius' mate spirit, Stelsa probably has big plans for dismantling the system from the inside too, after she becomes an auditor. You mark that you think it's pretty cool what she and Tisius are doing. Might be scary to stick it to the man like that, but someone has to do it. Okay, it's not exactly light conversation, but talking to Tisius about this has been so enlightening, if sad, and you'd really bonded over it. Maybe you'll be able to bond with Stelsa the same way. But Stelsa only looks confused. Then her eyes flick down to the book just for a second before she reaches out, smartly snaps it shut, and squirrels it away in one of the drawers. The sound of the drawer slamming makes you jump, and you narrowly avoid pulling Stelsa's hair.
I'm quite sure I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not sticking anything anywhere. Definitely not to any man.
And while I know what she's talking about, rock eyebrow.
Yeah.
And neither is Tisius.
She's sitting straight and tense in the chair now, her voice soaring to a high, bordering on hysterical pitch. Oh no, she probably doesn't know you're on their side. Tisius might not have told her about your conversation. It's okay, you're not going to tell anyone. You're sworn to secrecy. But Stelsa averts her eyes, a stubborn set to her chin.
Again? I have no idea what you're talking about. Not a single clue. Tisius and myself are both law-abiding subjects of the Empire. We don't dabble in such foolish things as sympathizing with rebels. What would that possibly accomplish?
She brings her hand distractedly.
We do things the way we do on Alternia for a reason, darling. Without the hemospectrum and roles, we each need to play why the world will be plunged into complete chaos. Can you even imagine? Trolls running around not knowing which way is up, doing whatever they please. No, to tell them what their place in the world is.
She goes from hand-wringing to gesticulating wildly, almost knocking a row of jars off the table, positively frantic at the prospect of societal breakdown.
It's better for everyone this way. I truly believe that.
You're beginning to realize that you might have put your foot in your mouth. Just a little bit. Stuffed a toe or two in a gob of yours, maybe. She sounds way too earnest for this to be a cover-up.
What'd you say?
I was like, has she been bugged or something? People listening in.
Could it be possible that Salsa really does side with what Tisius had called her... What had Tisius called her? The Condus? And that she doesn't know about Tisius' underground research after all? But the book was right there. You're so confused. Talking about this is clearly distressing Stelsa though, so you drop it, focusing on finishing up her hair instead. It's pretty soft now that it's dry. You're not sure you've styled it correctly, but she seems pleased.
Great work. Nice. Fantastic. You did an excellent job.
You glow at the praise. You'd say thanks, but she's already passing you a bottle of nail polish. She really wants you to go all the way, huh? You twist it open and get to work. You're too focused on not smudging the teal colour over the stately points of her claws to talk, but Stelsa breaks the silence.
I have a question for you.
You nod, sticking your tongue out in concentration.
So I have this acquaintance.
This is the most tentative you've heard her so far. Weren't sure her vocal cords were capable of it.
They're in a quadrant with someone who harbors views that would be considered subversive, if not outright treasonous.
Oh yeah, I'd love to hear all about this
Yes.
acquaintance of yours.
Yes, this very real
This
acquaintance that
totally
definitely is
separate
not
other
yourself.
person
It's
who is
a
absolutely not
real,
you.
Different individual, yes.
Yeah, Brelsa Brizdat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
She's obviously talking about herself and Tisius, but you don't point that out in case she gets upset again, so you just nod along thoughtfully.
I think it would be funnier if the Hiveswap didn't know.
Just the other
It's like, oh,
man, I wonder who this
another friend?
acquaintance is.
Maybe
More
in an
friends
earlier
today?
volume, but I think I think the Hiveswap has gained like
MSP has
1/5 of a
got
brain cell.
any level of social aptitude whatsoever, yes.
She didn't always. That makes what I mean. It'll blow over at some point. She must just be going through a difficult phase. In the meantime, she could get into, so much trouble.
Stelsa's lower lip wobbles like she's about to cry. You chew on the inside of your cheek, trying to figure out what to say. Talking to Tisius very much did not leave you with the impression that it was a phase. She sounded pretty serious. Does Stelsa's friend have any idea that this is going on? She looks at the drawer. So do you.
No.
You resist the urge to massage your temples. No idea at all?
Absolutely not.
Alright. Okay. You can do this. A good first step might be for her friend to face up to the issue. You know, if there's the chance that they have the tiniest inkling about what may be happening. So the two of them can talk about it.
Call her Callie and Marie.
Talk about it.
Yeah? You know, expert with open discussion, but open discussion probably helps with relationship problems quite a bit. Plus, you ruminate to yourself. The more you think about it, the less it seems that Tisius leaving her controversial book out like that was an accident. It was right in front of Stelsa's chair, after all. Maybe Tisius wanted Stelsa to see it. You slicked the last bit of colour onto Stelsa's pinky claw a while ago, but You're both too wrapped up in the conversation to suggest that you move on to something else. She lets their polish dry while the two of you continue to talk.
Well, my friend doesn't agree with her mate's sentiments. Discussing it would just cause unnecessary friction, wouldn't it?
Maybe. But even so, addressing the issue is probably better than pretending it isn't there. Besides, quadrant mates can coexist regardless of differing beliefs, right? I'd love if the next line is just no. Yeah, you don't sound convincing even to yourself, but the platitudes seem to comfort Stelsa somewhat.
Maybe you're right.
Carefully, mindful of her just dried nails, she wipes away a few tears, much to your horror. Was that the wrong thing to say? But then you notice that she's smiling.
I've not spoken about that to anyone before now. Telling you about it was truly a load off my bellow sac cavity. I'm certain my friend will be grateful as well. I shall relay your advice accordingly as soon as I can.
You smile back at her weakly. You haven't been able to relate to very much when it comes to Alternian life, but boy, can you relate to relationship drama. And trolls sure seem to have plenty of it. You hope everything turns out alright. For her friend. Since her voice is all sniffly and her eyelashes still wet, you retrieve a frilly box of hand tissues and hold it out to her, hoping that will help. She pulls out a few and blows her nose on them with a sad honking noise.
I should finish getting ready.
She seems reluctant to get up, though. You'd probably be the same, knowing you had to head into a serious business meeting after spilling your heart like that. Experiencing emotions is tiring. Ugh. Eventually, though, Stelsa musters up enough energy to get to her feet. Much to your surprise, instead of immediately rushing off to complete her next pre-meeting task, she pulls you into a tight hug.
Thank you. You're a real friend.
And there it is. Not colleague, not potential client, but that wonderful friendship word. Friends
Yay!
forever. With a
I have to go.
With a possibly superfluous
Sorry.
diamonds. Right, well, June, just say your links and I'll edit them into the right part of the video. Say about your links. I'll... Woo!
See ya.
Okay. Well, Mason, I guess it's time. What are your thoughts now that June has had to immediately leave? What are your thoughts on this episode of?
I thought it was great. I like seeing, like it's on what they could have done was had Stelsa be like, oh yeah, no, I completely support Tizius, but I think it's more interesting that
It's
she's like
definitely
not
a lot more
100% on board.
There's some conflict there, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was
I'm very happy
it was
with the
done
direction they're
quite
going.
realistically,
Hmm.
and yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, very
Yeah.
cool character.
Very fun character. Well, I guess we'll just jump straight into the outro, since we can't get a second opinion. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you...
What the
What
fuck?
the fuck? Also, I found these earlier. Have a laugh. Speaker announcement, Jim Caddick. What the fuck?
What a
Okay.
what a thing to part with.
Oh, alright. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to put those on screen now. Cool. So if you like this video, If you like this video, hit the like button. If you very much like this video and want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button. We upload episodes of Reading Homestuck every Monday or Tuesday, depending on your time zone. Oh, pardon me. Quite tired. But you can also, we also do things on Thursdays or Fridays, depending on your time zone. Other things, like Dicey Deeds. Dicey Deeds Lancer is ramping up to the end of Operation Ratcatcher, our second mission, numbered 1, because we numbered them after our license levels, which start at 0. But Lancer, we are a group known as the Canaries, a suicide squad-esque group of mech pilots formed of various criminals and experiments of all kinds. Mason plays a fishman. I play a rusty-ass cyborg. June plays Rei Ayanami from Neon Genesis Evangelion. So if you think that sounds like an interesting bunch, you can go check Lancer out. It's very fun. Honestly, I really recommend it. As well as our other Dicey Deeds things, such as Morkborg, such as the old Honey Heist, Call of Cthulhu, stuff like that. 1,000-Year-Old Vampire was our first thing. We also did Gloom one time. That was fun. We also, on Thursdays and Fridays, do Diggin' Rimper. That's what we're planning to do this upcoming week, which should be very fun. Going to be doing Chapter 3. The thing that happens in Danganronpa, another episode, Chapter 3, did not happen. I made sure of it. And it will not happen. But, yes, you can go check that out. And we also do Writing Homestuck, our Trollsona series. It's a fun ride. Next episode, we're going to be jumping back to the original gang as they fly through Paradox space. Pardon me, still very tired. Yes. You can also follow me on Tumblr and on Blue Sky, where I post the stuff from Writing Homestuck when I make it. So I make a lot of images for it. It's not just an audio-based thing. There's a lot of visuals to it, and I post stuff there. You can also send me asks, send me DMs. I don't post the Writing Homestuck stuff on Blue Sky, though. It's the image system over there is balls. But yes, again, you can send me asks, send me DMs, message at me, tweet at me, whatever the fuck. Or, post at me, I guess. Whatever. Skeet at me, I think was a terminology agreed upon. Whatever. Either way, you can message me, whatever. If you want to ask something, say something. What you do with your accounts, not my business, unless you choose to make it my business. But yeah, YouTube does sometimes eat comments though, so it can be very frustrating when that happens. And if it keeps happening, and you really want me to see something, you can send it to me that way. You can also follow June on Tumblr, Blue Sky, and Instagram. Clip of June that I got from 2 minutes ago.
Instagram, Tumblr, Blue Sky, follow me, I do stuff. Yeah.
Alright, thank you very much. And you can also follow our friend Arthur on Twitch. He was not here today. I don't know if he'll be streaming what will, to you, audience, be last night. But he streams on Sunday evenings, 7 p.m. BST. So, translate that to your time zone. I believe it's 10 to 10 on one coast of the United States, or was it 5?
It's 1 or 2 p.m. if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's a time, just 7 p.m. British Standard to whatever your time zone might be. Because I'm too tired to do the calculations for that shit in my head. I'm gonna be real. But he is currently streaming Omori, I believe. He's having a lot of fun with that. and it's just a chill time, so if you just want to hang out while somebody else plays a video game, you can go over there. It's a fun time. And Mason, do you have anything you wish to say at the end of this here episode of Reading Homestuck, Hiveswap Friendsim?
Only to say thank you all so much for watching. We love making these. We hope you enjoy watching them. Please check out the latest episode of Dicey D's Lancer. That was a lot of fun. Very intense. It's always pretty intense over at
Always pretty intense
Lancer.
with Arthur.
Yeah, but it's a great time nonetheless. Keep your eye out for more Digging Rimper. That's going to be a lot of fun, I'm sure. And yeah, more stuff in the future. More Writing Homestuck, other Dicey Deed stuff. Keep waiting for it, because I certainly can't wait.
Hell yes. And we will see you in the next video. Later.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.